In this video, I'm going to analyze this gummy brand, GOLI, which is currently selling $2 million on TikTok and $2 million on Amazon, both platforms in the United States. At the end of this video, I'm going to reveal which keywords they're ranking for on Amazon and who are the two content creators generating the most sales for this brand on TikTok Shop in the United States. Let's start by analyzing the sales performance of this brand on TikTok. Here it tells me that in the last 30 days, it has had sales of $2.25 million. It says that 77,650 units have been sold. It says that the average price is $29. Here it starts to give us some very important data on TikTok. Notice that out of those $2.25 million, $153,000 come from live streams. Remember that live shopping or live streams on TikTok generate a lot of sales because people can join, get their questions answered, discounts can be offered, and giveaways can be held. So it's a very good tool. And precisely, it truly allows people to buy in a much simpler and more interactive way. Here, it also clearly tells me that this particular brand is currently offering a generous 25% commission to absolutely everyone who successfully sells this specific product through the popular TikTok platform. Now, let's smoothly move over to the well-known Amazon Marketplace. On Amazon, it distinctly tells me that this particular listing is impressively selling for $40,000. This blue version is selling $707,000. This version, which is a pack of 3, is selling $1 million per month. This one is selling $179,000 and this one $122,000. Here we see some significant figures. Notice that Amazon behaves differently from TikTok because here, this is a comparison marketplace. This product is mainly purchased to improve sleep, strengthen the immune system, and enhance digestive health, basically digestion. Let's take a look here. This is very important. The data that allows me to make decisions. To build the strategy, that is, if you are going to sell supplements or especially gummies, it's very important to bet on omni-channel presence. In other words, you should be on at least 2 platforms because the consumer journey is not linear. With this type of product, people see it on Amazon, but they check it out on TikTok or see it on TikTok, and they end up buying it on Amazon. So the user's journey isn't linear, it keeps iterating and pivoting across different platforms. That's why it's so important for your brand to have a presence on at least 2 platforms so people can trust the information you're providing. Here we can see that this is one of the keywords that generates the most sales. Let's take a look here. See, for this keyword, they're trying to rank in the first position and they're paying for advertising. Look, let's sort this by search volume. See, it's a brand that's ranked. Just the brand name alone already has a good search volume, and it's very important to understand this because Amazon benefits when a product goes viral on TikTok. In other words, there are follow-on sales when a product goes viral on TikTok. Notice that here people are coming in to search for the brand. Look, these are the keywords where check out this set of keywords that aren't related to the brand but where the product is ranking. This information is very important because it allows us to make good decisions when it comes to positioning the product on each platform. Here it tells me that there are creators. Look, just this one content creator, look how important this is. Just this one content creator is generating $262,000 in monthly sales. One content creator is generating over $200,000. This content creator is generating $249,000. Take a look at the profiles of these content creators. Notice that this content creator is in the fitness niche and the products he promotes are related to that niche. You can see that here, content creators look for different ways to showcase the product, bring it to the market, and specifically drive purchases through a different approach to selling. Look, he's a strong content creator. He has more than 168,000 followers. Look, TikTok shop content creator, and this is where we see that a single content creator can generate $200,000 for you. Let's take a look at another content creator here. This is a very different profile. If you notice, she only has $25,000 followers. Sorry about that, but look at this, 25,000 followers, and she generates $249,000 per month for the brand. She's a content creator who, if you look at her as an influencer, a brand probably wouldn't hire her, but she delivers real results for the brand because she produces recurring content, enjoyable content, and eye-catching content that helps buyers make the decision to purchase this product. So what do we see here? That there isn't a content creator whose profile will always be the one to generate sales. You have to review very carefully and test depending on the profile, give them a sample so they can make videos and try to sell the product. In conclusion, we can see that the product sells very similarly on both platforms, but with different strategies. My advice is always to go omnichannel. TikTok, Amazon, and Instagram would be a very powerful formula. It would be a really good formula to sell a brand like this. Remember that if you want consulting, we'll leave you the link to schedule a virtual meeting so we can see what stage your project and brand are at and help you position it and generate sales in the United States.